Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This trading thing is hard. I had Hines to Hughes pretty much locked in until the first game yesterday where second game yesterday where Fletcher Sharpe fails his HIA, and yeah, things change pretty quickly. Round 17 is actually turning out to be somewhat difficult now with halves and that jazz. So yeah, I had to pivot. I had about 20 minutes to decide and I locked in this. So it was always going to be an uncomfortable round for trading. And I've essentially traded Lawson for Stewart and then Tamale for Hughes. So Tamale for Hughes is totally fine. Lawson to Stewart is essentially a waste of a trade, but I was more comfortable doing something like that than trading out a borderline keeper for Hughes when I couldn't have played one of them anyway. So yeah, I think it made more sense for my team. Lawson was dropped to New South Wales Cup yesterday, which wasn't planned. Like they already dropped 4 people midweek, and then him and someone else, I can't remember, Luciano Leilua, I think, were dropped yesterday. So don't know what that means. I assume Lawson will still play because I think like Sloan has to get dropped. He was terrible. But really, I don't know, it's probably a 50-50 if Lawson plays in round 18. In all likelihood, he's not going to pump out a good score, so he is somewhat useless to me. It would have been nice to have him as a loop option because they do play early in the round, but I'm not missing too much. Like in all likelihood, he was pumping out a 25-30 and I would have had to go back and make a trade anyway. So trading him out for Jed Stewart seems like a waste of a trade. Obviously, it was the only way I could get it done with zero money in the bank, so I had to do something. And yeah, that's what I decided on. It's really a play for next week. So with Sharpe out, I would have had Tedesco, Savala out, both on a bye. And yeah, like I will be trading Savala to Latu Fainu, but I don't really want to play him. And then Fletcher Sharpe's now out with an 11-day stand down. Then Jed Stewart is also like effectively a non-player, right? Like unless he scores a 40 up, and even a 40 is probably not going to cut the mustard. I probably need like a 45-50 for him to even make my team. So he's effectively a non-playing reserve as well. And then if I had Lawson as well, I would be forced into playing one of Jed, Lawson, or Latu Fainu at a minimum. And then like we still have half a round to go at that point. We have all the midweek. So if someone else goes out, I would have to play 2 of them potentially. Yeah, it just was a pretty uncomfortable situation for next round. Yeah, even in halves, like I obviously bought in Hughes, but I would have had to start Latu Fainu in the halves because I wouldn't have had Nico Hines. So yeah, like it would have been gross as so he would have been starting at a minimum, and then probably Jed Stewart or Lawson in my interchange. So yeah, wasn't a good scenario. I pivoted. I'm pretty happy with the pivot. Obviously, like I only had 15-20 minutes to decide, but yeah, it seems like it makes the most sense for my team. I probably wouldn't have changed much. So yeah, I'm happy. I don't know, Fletcher Sharpe, I don't know if I'm going to trade him. It's such a luxury trade. He only misses next week and we already knew he was missing 18. I don't, like most people just absolutely keep him, but if I need to make the money work, I will. I will obviously go in Savala down to Latu Fainu, so that was also into my thinking of why I was happy to trade Lawson, because I know I'm going to get that extra 200k or so from making that trade, or probably even more if Savala pumps out a decent score. So yeah, I would have gained another 220-ish k there. So that's fine. Like I know I have that money in the bank. I know Fletcher Sharpe is an option to trade if I want to. I've also got, like I still could trade Nico Hines, but probably not next week, maybe in round 18. Hosking I don't necessarily need. And then I can, yeah, there's other moves I can make if I need to. So I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't want to make one of these forced trades this week, and I think doing it for Lawson instead is fine. The only thing I'm a little bit annoyed about myself is that I played Fletcher Sharpe. I just fucked up my my loop options this week. I should have had them one spot lower, or like Cook up here and then all lower, and then I could have had, because I had Jed Stewart first and then Sharpe underneath him, and I didn't think if Jed Stewart and Sharpe both score poorly, then I would have had to take Sharpe's score. So I should have just had them one down, had Jed Stewart in 2, Fletcher Sharpe in 1. Fletcher Sharpe down and then switch him to 1, interchange 1 when his game was on, so I wasn't forced into that trade. Because now, I felt forced into playing, because now I could have played Nico Hines or Drinkwater over him. So I can play either one. I'm probably leaning towards playing Drinkwater because I can just shift Campbell up and down. I think I want to play Drinkwater over Hines. It's very close. Hines has the higher floor, absolutely. but his ceiling probably isn't as high unless he is dominating kicking or anything. And they do have a tough matchup against the Broncos. So, yeah, don't really want to play Hines there. And also, I want him to score well anyway because I kept him in the end and he has a high break even. So if he scores well, even if he pumps out a 70, I'm not going to be angry that I didn't play him because I'm going to be happy that he scored well and I kept him. So Drinkwater, I wanted to score well. Yeah, I'd rather just play him. Like, he's not on my trade block or anything. So, yeah, I may as well just play him over him. He's a bit more fun to watch as well. Like, I'm going to miss that first game because it's my missus's birthday, so we're doing some stuff. Probably miss all of the games today, actually, but I might get a chance to see some of that Drinky game. And he's just a bit more fun to watch these days where Nicho Hines doesn't do much. But, yeah, that's a decision for later. My score is 519 from 8 players, so not terrible, not great. I'm slightly above par, so 505 is par with captain, and then the average is 517. So, yeah, I've had 6 players playing here, but I'm going to take Tallis Duncan and Dylan Lucas's score. So, yeah, 519. It's not too bad, but I do have a really strong squad left. Like, I've got Payne Haas, where a lot of people don't. I've got Jaden Campbell. Most people have him, but, yeah, I still have him. Bo Fermor is probably one of the best players on the board still that most people don't have. And then Teddy, everyone has, and Drinkwater or Hines is like their keeper level anyway. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my squad. I should hopefully go up ranks unless like someone like Drinky or Fermor scored terribly. But, yeah, it's not a bad round at all. Don't think I'm going to make any other trades this round. Haas was potentially on the chopping block, absolutely, like I talked about. If Tallis Duncan scored badly, yeah, he would have been traded for Wong or something like that. But yeah, Tallis Duncan did enough there. 53 is pretty decent. There was a chance I would have made a very forced trade if Aiken scored well as well, but he was never really going to in the centres. 41's fine. He's only owned by like 55% of people, which is crazy. But yeah, him and Hosking didn't do enough for me to justify anything like that. So yeah, I'll be keeping Haas. Kalamatangi, I did actually want to trade, but it turned out I couldn't with Aiken moving to centre and then Hosking scoring terribly. Not terribly. Scoring a 41, I was never going to take that score. And yeah, with Aiken moving to the centres, I knew his score projection was a bit lower. So yeah, I ended up having to keep him knowing that I probably wouldn't want to play these guys and I would have wanted to take Kalamatangi's score. And he scored a 57, so that's good. Glad I kept him in the end. Haas, we'll wait and see today. I'm a bit nervous. Like, he's got a 101 break even. He's carrying a calf strain. We'll see. Hopefully he gets some nice points. I don't care if he loses money. I'm just hoping he pumps out a 60 plus. So at least it's worth keeping him for the points and then I can start to rise ranks with him. Because not having Herbie is a killer. But, yep, that's all for me in that one. I'll go into the games in a sec. But, yeah, Jerome Hughes clearly the standout buy with 23.7% of people picking him up. I thought that would be closer to about 30%. But I assume some people have him in their plans next week. They just couldn't do it this week because, yeah, it was an uncomfortable round for sure. Eli Katoa, 7.3% picked up. That's quite a bit, to be honest. Yeah, I understand it, but don't love it for most teams. Is a keeper for sure, but there's so many options out there. It's just they don't have any buys. So, yeah, fair enough. Tallis Duncan, 7.1% picked up, so he did well for you. And then, yeah, the rest, yeah, Jack Bostock, poor kid, torn his ACL, which is terrible in real life for sure, but in fantasy, it's literally the worst result because he had, a negative 21 break even. So you're bringing him in knowing he's probably not going to score well, but at least he has a couple of weeks where he'll make money, and at a minimum he'll make 75k as long as he just steps on the park. And yeah, he got injured, so you make his 30k or whatever this week, 30, 40k, and then he's not going to play again, so you have to trade him out. So terrible result for that one, and yeah, hopefully the kid's all right. Then on the other side, Nathan Cleary, the most traded out. I'm assuming that number's going to... Oh, wait, no, it can't go up because Panthers already played. But yeah, 7.2% traded him out and absolutely justified. I did it ages ago and got lucky that he is carrying something now, I think a quad. And he's not going to be goal kicking probably next week by all accounts. So yeah, I think he's a pretty easy trade now. He was already a fringe trade and now he's got some downside as well. So yeah, pretty easy one there. That's about it from that. We'll get into the games. Yeah, Panthers really good in this one. Warriors all over the place. Like, they had a really strong season, pumped the Sharks, like a full-strength Sharks, and then lose to a depleted Panthers side. So, yeah, I mean, they'll probably due a loss. They've won a couple of close ones this year. But But yeah, nothing to be concerned about in my eyes if you're a Wise fan. But yeah, not a great one to lose for sure. Aaron Clark, 69 in 65 minutes. The bloke is just unstoppable. He had so many of those nugget runs where he just went up to the line and just like pushed off a couple of tackles and then like almost like bumper card into them and then out and then got a couple of tackle breaks. So yeah, that was good. Base stats strong as always. Like that kid is just insane. If you don't have him, unlucky. There was actually a world where I wouldn't have had him as well. If I didn't get him the round I got him in, I wouldn't have picked him up because James Fisher-Harris was coming back, so I would have talked myself out of it. So super lucky I got him that round. Yeah, he's like 90-something% owned now, so really good. Jacob Laban, he was awesome last night. 38 tackles, 90 metres gained. But yeah, like he was really solid. Scored a try, went really close in another one. If he's playing like big minutes, he is a really good pickup, but obviously Kate Wells due back. But yeah, I was looking at his stats. His PPM is super solid. And yeah, that base is really good as well. But yeah, like I don't think there's any path for him this year. They don't play round 18 or anything. Yeah, like 39 and 50 minutes in the second row, 37 and 37, like 36 and 24 with a try, 24 and 27. Yeah, there's a path to him being a good fantasy scorer at some time, but probably not this year. Jackson Ford, yeah, 61 and 65 minutes. The guy, why do I keep calling everyone kids in this video? Yeah, he just keeps pumping out decent scores. 42 tackles and 120 metres gained in 65 minutes is crazy. Yeah, it's not really a fantasy option, unfortunately. Moala on his debut, 47 in 80 minutes, really good. Was he playing this right centre the whole game? It looked like there was a couple of times that they'd switched it up. Who was it? Adam Pompey was on that side. So I don't know what was going on there. Maybe it was just a few plays. But yeah, really solid. Got a late try where he was bobbling it late as he was about to go over, untouched. But yeah, he held on to it luckily. So he got his try on debut. 26 tackles, 120 metres gained. Really good. But yeah, that spot's not his for long, I don't think. Metcalf, 47 is fine. He did pick up an injury with like 30 to go or something. Or I think it was early in the second half. Which is a little bit concerning. He wasn't running the ball, wasn't kicking after that, really. He lost goal kicking. So hopefully he's all good. They need him out there. And yeah, he's been really good in fantasy this year. I think, is he still leading the Dally M? He's just had a crazy year. Yeah, hopefully he's all good. It's not long term. James Fisher-Harris, I saw a few people talking about him this week. I didn't really understand it. I didn't talk about him in my video. Yeah, just like he's a little bit less than like that AFB McInnes tier, and I didn't even like them. So yeah, he doesn't play round 18 either. He's probably a little bit underpriced, sure, but he's not a keeper or not a top tier keeper. So yeah, didn't love it. 44 tackles is really good, but 5 misses is bad. He looked like he was a bit amped up trying to go at the Panthers, his old team, but just bumping off a few tackles. But yeah, he was good in real life, it looked like, but yeah, nothing relevant in fantasy really. Wade Egan with a 41, so yeah, he's starting to pump out those lower scores now. And that's about it on that side of things. Panthers, Scott Sorensen led the day with a double. 68 points is really solid. Yeah, if he was locked into an 80-minute role always, then he'd absolutely be fantasy relevant, but he's just not, unfortunately. Brad Schneider with a 61, yeah, filling that Cleary void. He was really good. 3 try assists, had a couple of line breaks or half breaks, and yeah, really solid. Liam Henry, this must be so annoying if you picked him up in round 12 because this is exactly what you were hoping for. He just what happened? He got a HIA and got simmed in that game and then was suspended for 4 weeks. So I was considering him in round 12. Thank God I didn't. But yeah, like we know how good he can be when he gets minutes, and he would have got decent minutes throughout the bye period when guys were backing up and stuff like that. But yeah, 41 tackles, 150 metres gained in 53 minutes is just insanity. He got a few missed tackles late, so he was actually up to like 58 and then just lost a couple. But yeah, obviously he's not fantasy relevant now, but we just know how good he can be if he does get those minutes. Tommy Jenkins, 48, really solid. Of course, he's like pumping out these massive scores straight after people trade him out. Got another try save. He's had a few of them lately. Got an intercept as well. Try. Looks like Casey McLean has unlocked the pass button, so he's actually given Tommy Jenkins the ball, and we saw a hat-trick last week, I think it was. And he's been really good. I assume most people have traded him out now. I reckon he's like 12% owned or something like that, if I had to guess. But if you traded him, don't stress, it was the right play. It's just super unfortunate how it turned out. 5 to 12%. What's his last scores been? A 96 and a 48. That's just insane. He's actually going to get up to close to 600k, which also justifies why you would trade him, because he's not worth being priced at 40. It's just really unfortunate if you did sell him. But at least most people did anyway. Who else in this one? Isaiah Papali'i with a 42 in 40 minutes. He moved to lock in the end. I think he was named edge and then moved to lock. And he just isn't getting many minutes this year. He might be a juicy price next year if he moves clubs or something, but just not this year, unfortunately. And that's about it from that side of things. Nothing too exciting. Who was it that I was going to talk about? Patea. Don't know how to pronounce that. 30 and 22 minutes. He was on, I think, 18 after 6 minutes, which is crazy. He just got 2 back-to-back offloads, and really good. He was a little bit of a cash cow in about round 12-ish, but he's actually made some decent money. Not really an option. Dolphins versus the Knights. So, good on me. I tipped the Knights here. Dolphins were due a loss, and they lost another forward in the lead up to this game. I think Josh Kerr. So, they've been overperforming crazily the last couple of weeks, given they have a depleted pack. So, I just thought they were due a loss. Ponga was backing up. Thought Knights were a decent shot in this one, and they were really good. Even with a sin bin, I think Dane Gagai went out for 10, and they still held on. So good to see. Dolphins will be back for sure. They are looking really good this year. It's just, their pack is depleted. Herbie Farnworth, fuck you, mate. 70 without a try, so woohoo. He broke his streak of not scoring a try and still pumped out above his average. So it's killing me not having this bloke. Someone asked me a month ago who's the most frustrating player to watch that you don't own, and I think I said Jazz Tavanga. I'm going to 100% change that to Herbie Farnworth. It is so annoying. He just gets 4 to 5 offloads at a minimum each game, and it's the most annoying ones because they're the ones you absolutely love to see from your players. He's just getting tackled, but he's got a whole arm free, so he just pops it up. It's so annoying because it's such an easy play and you get 4 points for it. He just forces them so much because he can. No one can tackle him. Every play, I'm just holding my breath. And it's, he'll get an offload. He'll get a tackle break into an offload and then a line break assist. So it's an 8-point play for the easiest hit up ever. How many line break assists did he have last night? It doesn't tell you. 4. 4 line break assists, 5 offloads, 5 tackle breaks, and he doesn't get any missed tackles or anything like that. He had -7 and I can't math. -8 in negatives last night, which is actually the most he's had in a while. And 70. Not going to talk about him too much else because I need to get him sometime, but he's so expensive now, and I just don't know how I can do it. At least I don't have to put up with him in round 18, I guess. But what a guy. Kurt Donahue with a 59. So that's actually a really good score because he moved to centre relatively early. I think it was when Jack Bostock came off. I don't know if he moved to centre straight away. It didn't look like it, but certainly for the second half he was playing there. And similar to Damien Cook, he got a try assist that saved his score a little bit, but he also had a turnover tackle. I think it was a 1-on-1 strip. Just really solid tackle count. And just a bit of everything. So if you picked him up either this week or last week, well done to you. He'll make a bit more money and should go back to that lock role where he plays a little bit of dummy half as well. But nothing wrong with that score whatsoever. Who else? Isaiah Katoa. So he was one that had a little bit of a down game. He did struggle in the first half. I think he missed a few tackles, which is super unlike him. He was on 8 after about 30 minutes or so. Then got a try assist and boosted it up to 18, 19 at the half. Then it was just a bit of an up and down game. So he got his kick meters, but kept missing a few tackles. So just one of his worst games. He wasn't terrible in real life. Just missed a few of those tackles. He'll be a little bit cheaper for when we want to pick him up in probably round 19. So that's good. wouldn't be concerned as an owner for sure. That's about it from that side. It's really just the Herbie and Katoa show that scares me. And yeah, fuck you, Herbie. Bradman Best with a 70. Well done to him. Yeah, that's a pretty good score. I don't know why I said well done to him. I'm just still in Herbie mode. Yeah, 70 is good. I think that was his first game back. So got a double, try assist, bit of everything. He was really good. Dylan Lucas with the 59 is really solid. 49 tackles, 116 metres. So that base is insane. Had a few tackle breaks and stuff like that. So yeah, like a really solid game. He just runs the ball so hard. It's surprising he doesn't get more tackle breaks, but he obviously has those massive attacking outputs in some of those games. Just wasn't one of them today, but even then getting a 59 is crazy. Jaden Brayley, so he got a 54 in another 80-minute game. I think he played like 72 minutes last week. If they were playing 18, I probably would have picked this guy up last week. Maybe not because I had Cook, but yeah, I just don't think he plays 80 minutes or doesn't start at hooker for long. As soon as they get one or two forwards back, Crossland has to come back to hooker surely, and then Brayley back to the bench where he averages like 20, 25. The thing is, I was looking at like Barry Tui's Twitter or X, and he said they're potentially looking to play Crossland at lock next year, and Brayley's gone. So I think they're trying to get De Silva from the Tigers, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty much locked in. So don't know what's going to happen there. But if they're putting Crossland at lock, maybe they just keep him there for this year if they want to trial that. But I don't know. It's a bit risky. Obviously, if you were going to do it, it was probably going to be last week or the week before. But just wanted to note that I'm not going to do it myself. But yeah, it would be interesting if he was like a close to 80-minute guy, because we know what he can be. He averages like 50 and is 300k or something. But yeah, just one to note. Kalen Ponga with a 50, so much better score. He still doesn't have goal kicking back from Dane Gagai, which is somewhat surprising. I don't know if he's carrying anything. I can't really remember, but maybe Gagai's just been kicking them well, so maybe he's just holding on to them now. But yeah, he's not really an option if he's not goal kicking, because he loses so much value there. But 2 try assists, pretty much carbon copy grubbers to Bradman Best, which is cool. And yeah, good score. One of his best for a long time this year, which is crazy to say, given it was only 50. But Matt Croker, 49 in 39 minutes. Not sure what was going on with those minutes. I didn't see him get injured, but yeah, the base is crazy, 47 in base in 39 minutes. Knew he could be good, but just needs the minutes. And yeah, that's a crazy score, to be honest. Who else in this one? KPP with a 38 in 80. So yeah, still played 80, obviously, which is good. I think he played 76 last week, so was monitoring that one a little bit. But yeah, this wasn't one of his better games. Didn't get any tackle breaks, only had the one offload, and then the base was a little bit down. So nothing concerning, but yeah, it's just a lower game for him. Fletcher Sharpe with a 37 in 47 minutes. So yeah, he failed his HIA, which is pretty unfortunate, because he went for a chip and chase, recovered it, and then sort of stumbled on himself. He wasn't ankle tapped or anything, and then just fell into a tackle, and then face first into the ground when he probably would have got a try assist or something as well. Super unfortunate. Hopefully he's all good, but yeah, he will be out for next week with the stand down. Dom Young with his first game back, so he was decent. And yeah, Knights won that one. So it was actually a really exciting game. The end of that game was crazy. They almost scored one of the tries of the year, the Knights, with 5 minutes to go, and then they called it a forward pass, which is probably not a forward pass. The ref had taken out one of the Dolphins players, so I reckon he was trying to save face, because it was a very late call as well. But then Knights got over with 30 seconds to go or something like that, and thank God that didn't go to overtime, because I could not have watched another couple of minutes of Herbie Farnworth. Now this game was awesome. The Rabbitohs versus the Storm. We got extra time in this one, which was cool. It was just so back and forth. Storm went out to 12-0 after 7 minutes or something, and it looked like one of those games where they're just going to absolutely destroy their opponent. But yeah, Rabbitohs hung in there, got it back to 12-4, I think, and then took the lead. Or maybe it was 10-4, whatever. They took the lead, and then Storm scored, then Rabbitohs scored, Storm scored. I reckon there were 7 lead changes in this one. It was crazy. Really good game. Latrell Mitchell had 3 exact same try assists to Alex Johnson. It was almost like an instant replay. And yeah, he bumped out to 75, which is crazy. I'm really excited to get this guy in round 19 or so, because those kick meters are insanity. Like, why is he kicking that much when Jamie Humphries is in the team? Jamie Humphries was such a good kicker in those first couple of rounds, and he kicks for 40 meters here. It's why I couldn't get Humphries. Like, I know, knowing he wouldn't be as good when Latrell's in the team, but this is like ridiculous. His goal kicking wasn't great, but yeah, his in-play kicking was good, and if he's kicking for 600 metres every game, he's a must-have for sure. Just does everything. Look at that. He's just filled that stat sheet, Herbie-esque. Alex Johnson with a 4-try performance, so yeah, 3 of the exact same tries where he just had to run onto the ball from Latrell, and then 1 intercept try off Jerome Hughes. So yeah, really good score from him. Yeah, he's obviously not fantasy relevant. Keon Kalormatungi, I said he wouldn't play 80. I was technically correct. He came off for like 5 minutes, but then played exactly 80 because it went to extra time. So yeah, 57 in 80 minutes is good. The base is super strong, just didn't do too much attacking wise. But yeah, run meter is super solid, and 57 is about where you'd hope from that sort of game when he wasn't even meant to play this week. So yeah, really good from him. Tallis Duncan with a 53, and this guy might be my favourite player to own in fantasy this year. Like, I'm so vindicated that I was so high on this guy and no one else liked him, and then he started out so shit for me, and now he's pumped out some monster scores when I actually need him to play for my team. So yeah, really good. No negative stats for Tallis Duncan. Like, I thought I was living in a simulation there, because usually I'm so used to him getting like -12, -14. Yeah, nothing there. Just all in base, and then a tackle break as well. Then he had a kick defuse as well, I think. Hey, what the hell? They took off his kick defuse. That's ridiculous. They're so weird. Like, he had it, and he obviously, like, it was just a grubber to the in goal, and then he diffused it, and then whatever. I've never understood that one. I don't know why they take him off for random shit. But yeah, clear as day one, but whatever. 53 is good. Jamie Humphries with a 41. So yeah, nothing crazy. I said he'd probably average about 40 to 45 when Latrell's in the team, and then like 50 to 60 when Latrell's out, like in round 15 and 18, but it's probably not worth picking him up because of that. But yeah, decent score without kicking at all. 35 tackles is really good, so we know his tackle counts are usually a little bit higher for the halves. But yeah, we just need to see him actually kick the ball, because that's shocking. Ewan Aitken with the 41. Honestly, you'll take that playing at centre. He started off pretty slow as well, but yeah, I think he got a 41 last week, 41 this week. He averages about 40-ish at centre long term, so yeah, right on par there. Hopefully he's back to second row next week, or yeah, he might be a trade after round 18, but I don't know. I don't know why they play him at centre. Yeah, I don't know. They just really don't like Lewis Dodd, apparently. Jack Wyden with a 34. Yeah, he moved to center, moved to 5'8". He was playing 5'8"? Yeah, I think he was playing 5'8" in the end. Yeah, decent score. Probably a little bit lower than you'd expect from him in that position, but totally fine. Lockie Hubner with a 30 in 59 minutes. So yeah, if you still own that guy, please trade him. Like, that is shocking. He was so good to start the year, and I think he's showing his true colours now. 7 missed tackles is terrible. Like, the base is strong. But yeah, 59 minutes is inflated, and yeah, still couldn't produce. So it's time to go, big fella. Over to the Storm side, Harry Grant with a 68 is really good. Yeah, pretty much shows why you need him in round 19, 20. Maybe not when he's backing up. I reckon he'll play some lower minutes in round 19, because he backed up after playing 80 in Origin. He's played 84 tonight, so monster performance, 50 tackles, just fills the stat sheet. I'll absolutely be looking to pick this guy up. Who else? Jack Howarth was a little bit of a popular one. I think a lot of people were aiming for next week because he had a higher break even, but I don't love it, to be honest. 51 is good, obviously. The base is solid there. Didn't really have any negatives and did fill the stat sheet up a little bit. Yeah, he's not a keeper. It is an awkward position in round 18, so if you are desperate for a centre, which I might be, so I might pick him up just because of that. But I think there's better options. Like, you've got Reece Walsh if he's playing at winger fullback, like Tommy Turbo. There's at least path to being a keeper, where Jack Howarth maybe not. But yeah, each to their own. I still might pick him up. I just have to assess that. Eli Katoa, 47s. Yeah, nothing wrong with that score. A little bit lower than usual. But yeah, he's got those attacking stats in him eventually. Sean Bloor was one I talked about as being like an alternative to Eli Katoa, who's way cheaper. And yeah, he matched him tonight with the 46. Obviously, Eli Katoa has that attacking potential that Sean Bloor probably doesn't. But yeah, he matched him in that sort of game, which is good. Pappy with a 43. Yeah, decent performance. He blew an absolute try assist to Jerome Hughes, where, yeah, I think Harry Grant broke the line, passed to Pappy. Pappy would have passed it on to Hughes, but just dropped his lollies there. So he would have got a 50, close to 55 with the goal kicking as well. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. He is still an option, but I don't love it either. Jerome Hughes with a 43, so a little bit disappointing when he got that early try, but it was only an 8-point try anyway. Just didn't do anything. The kick meter's really solid, but we knew that was going to be the case because they did it in round 13 when Munster backed up as well, where they're trying to give him a bit of a back seat, so don't expect that all the time. And his kicking didn't look good either. Like, they were so shallow and stuff like that. But yeah, didn't run the ball, only made 15 tackles, just didn't do a lot. Still think he's a good option for sure. Obviously, I bought him in, most people bought him in. Wouldn't be concerned by that game. It just wasn't his sort of game, but he'll be better in other weeks, hopefully. Cam Munster pretty much matched him, which is crazy, with a 42. So I think this is my first week not owning Cam Munster, so it was a bit scary, but yeah, it worked out okay in the end. That's about it. So yeah, we'll wrap that one up now. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of the round. I think I'm done for my trades for now. Obviously, yeah, they always change based on mid-round results, but I think I'm all good to go now. And yeah, hopefully we see some rank rises from you all, and especially me, because yeah, that's all that matters, hey? Enjoy, guys. We'll see you next time.